ready.
It's our season finale.
Ready.
It's our season finale, so we're going to get this
Turn them labels around. Turn them labels around.
Okay, we're going to get this popping.
Welcome to the Mind Our Business podcast, where we delve into life's challenges and triumphs while exploring the world of entrepreneurship. Here, you're going to get real talk about real life and real business. And it's our season finale, y'all.
We like to party.
Okay, we did it.
We did it, y'all.
We did it.
We did. Oh my goodness.
16 episodes.
Wow.
Strong.
That's amazing.
16.
That's a lot. Wow. We talked a lot. What's that to say?
Wow.
16 episodes strong.
Jesus.
Yes.
Wow.
This season has been a journey.
Yes, ma'am.
Full of real talk, real life, and real business. And for our finale, we're looking back at our favorite episodes.
Yes.
We're going to be talking about the lessons that we've learned and the takeaways that we will carry with us. So from values to vision boards, from wellness to wealth, from love languages to leveling up, y'all. Yes. We have laughed, we have cried, we have grown and stepped out of our comfort zones to bring you conversations that matter. So before we begin with reflecting on our favorite episodes, let's do some introductions just in case. So I am Dr. Carmen, the founder of Dr. Carmen Empowers. Through workshops, lectures, training, and Monocore wellness treatments, we help people feel seen, heard, and confident in their truth.
And I'm Tamika, your favorite certified recreation therapist and inclusion specialist, owner of More Recreation Therapy and Consulting Incorporated, always advocating for those with disabilities, as well as my favorite senior population.
And I'm Simona, known as Mona Vintage, owner of Mona Vintage Boutique, fashion stylist, closet consultant, and personal shopper.
And I'm Carla Shahid, the realtor and certified real estate planner, where I help people build, protect, and transfer wealth through real estate.
And last but not least, I am Gigi Garcia. I am the founder and director of Vibe Together, the Revibe Shop, and Move Space Collective.
Yay! So we're going to set off this celebratory conversation.
Ready already. Ready.
It's our season finale.
Ready.
It's our season finale, so we're going to get this
Turn them labels around.
Literally.
Turn them labels around.
Okay, we're going to get this popping.
I told you I'm so. Thank the Lord. No eyes got taken out. That was ready to come out.
That was ready.
That was ready.
You?
Simona.
Simona.
Okay, so let's go ahead and okay.
You know what? I think it's also important to note that I don't think we've discussed what our favorite episode was with one another, right? So this is going to be the first that we hear about it.
Yeah.
Pour it up.
Now I want the
I'll
apple
have some
cider.
Martinelli's.
I know you want apple cider, girl. You want apple cider too?
Yes, please.
Yes.
Oh, you guys, I thought you came to party.
That is partying. That is partying. You don't need liquor to party.
No, you do not.
Okay. Trying to have a clean body here.
Okay.
But they knew that from the beginning.
Drinkers.
They knew that. That was clear in the beginning.
Who not the drinkers?
Ain't nothing wrong with it.
No, it's legal.
We be having a fine
It's all about moderation. It's about moderation, you know.
Let me pass down his baby apple juice.
Okay.
That's right.
Thank you.
All
I
right,
do.
ladies.
I love me some sparklings apple. Are we gonna do a cheers in the beginning as well?
Let's do a
Yeah.
cheers. Ooh, this is kind of slippery.
Yeah.
Lord, almost dropped the bottle. Cheers to slippery.
Cheers to our season finale.
Yes. From dreams to reality.
Yes.
Cheers.
Reality and fun.
And friendship and life.
This tastes
and all
so good.
Of us and health.
Love.
Give me some,
yes,
Gigi.
family.
One more?
No, us. Cheers. We didn't hit
Prosperity.
Gigi.
Yes.
Did we
And Dr.
look
Carter.
at one another?
Yes.
Oh, y'all help me with the glass. Help me with the glass. Thank you. Okay.
All right.
All right. So
All right.
what's going on? What's your favorite episode?
Well, we still have a lead-in quote.
Oh, my bad. Okay.
Yes, so we
Quote.
still have a lead-in quote, and this
right.
is from Shonda Rhimes.
Ooh,
Okay,
love her.
This is from Shonda Rhimes, TV producer, writer extraordinaire, all of that. So Queen Shonda says, "Dreams are lovely, but they are just dreams. Dreams do not come true just because you dream them. It's hard work that makes things happen. It's hard work that creates change."
We
I
good.
agree.
You know, when dreams just kind of sit on the shelf and you don't try any movement, that can cause regret. And that's the biggest thing for me is to lay in my bed one time when I'm 100 years old and say, Lord, I'm ready to go. Because I have no regrets at that point.
Right.
Yes.
That's right.
So I want to live through my dreams. I want to push forward.
Never stop dreaming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Never stop dreaming.
That quote, I was thinking about Deepak. Because we dream, right? And those dreams are good, but we also have to plan, execute, and then celebrate the small.
Give me some. Go, girl.
It's a part of it.
Right.
You know,
And we're
I think that's
celebrating
a-
today,
And
'cause
we
this
are
is a win.
definitely celebrating because this all started from a dream,
It
a
did.
vision
It did.
that you had,
Yeah.
Thought.
a
Yeah.
thought. And then look,
Yes.
we
Thought
did
to
it.
reality.
Yes.
Yep.
And I want to say this too. I think that, well, first of all, I'm going to say that I'm really proud that we all came together and
Absolutely.
to do this, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because I think there's people who want to do things,
Yes.
but they're scared, or maybe they just have some issues with executing. Right?
Absolutely.
So we came. It wasn't perfect at all. It wasn't
Far
perfect.
from it.
Still a
Far
work in
from
progress.
perfect. Work in progress. You know, busted shoe, whatever the case may be, hair messed up, and
Yeah.
all of that kind
Yeah.
of stuff. But you know what? At the end of the day, we showed up.
We did it.
We showed up and we did it. You know, so that was
Yes.
actually like
Yes.
kind of cool.
Yes.
You know,
Cheers
so
to
anyway,
that.
Yeah. Cheers.
cheers.
Oh,
Cheers.
Like they said, I'll drink to that.
Yeah.
No, remember on our first episode, there was a double booking on our venue. And we had to pivot,
Yes, we did.
and we actually started filming almost 2 hours late.
Yes.
And it was
Yes.
so crazy. But what's funny is as we were taping those episodes, we had such a good time. We didn't even we actually embraced the area, the new room, because it looked better.
We
so there was
did.
a reason. There was
Yes.
a reason.
Yes.
There was
Yes.
a reason that
Yes.
that happened.
And
because
we've
our
all been so
episodes were
patient
good.
with each other and through our, working with different personalities.
Yeah,
And
that's
you guys
true.
have been extra patient with you. With us. No, they've been patient with us.
Extra patient with Mo. No, just playing.
Leave me out of that.
But I want to go back to what Gigi said. When we had our first episode,
Yes.
or I should say the first day of taping, because we did, I
that's
think,
right.
3 or 4 episodes.
Right.
So it actually came out so much better than I expected. I totally did. I remember us sitting down when we first started that very first episode, and we were all stiff, and we were
Was
like,
that the
"Duh,
getting
duh,
to
duh,
know?
duh, duh."
Getting
Yes.
to
Right,
know.
and we were
Yeah.
like, duh, 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 duh. And it took us maybe only about 5 minutes, but then after that, the rest of the day just flowed.
Yeah.
And it was so enjoyable. It looked professional. For some amateurs, we've done a damn good job.
Yes, a damn good job. When we say amateurs, we're talking about like we don't know how to use no phone, no camera, and all of this stuff.
Our sound was all over the place.
Well,
like we were
you
trying
know,
to figure that out.
yeah.
No, what we did,
The
we made it
challenges.
happen. Though.
That's
Yeah.
right.
We made it
Yeah,
happen.
That's
yeah.
right. Despite
And we
that.
took each person's talents and put that to use, as well as we stretched ourselves
We
as
stretched
well.
ourselves.
You know,
That's
and so,
right.
but we've learned things from it, and it was just a fabulous experience. And, you know, it helped me to learn how to talk a little bit more in front of a camera and on cue, which is hard for me.
Yeah.
And so it's definitely has stretched me as well as social media.
Yes.
Because now I learned, okay, this is
I thought it
important.
would be so easy. And I was like, oh my goodness. As much as I talk, I'm not scared of people. The camera had me like,
Right.
you know, it,
Because you went through that transition. You said, my friends are saying that I don't sound
Like,
authentic.
Yeah, who
right?
are you?
And it took you a few
Where's that fake
episodes.
voice
And
coming
then
from? Why are you so stiff?
Simona came out, honey. Y'all asked for her and she came.
She was like,
Comfortable,
yeah,
yes.
you started
I
to
always
get real
used to think
comfortable.
as a kid or growing up, oh, I can act, I can do that. I'm like, oh, you really
It's
have to-
different when that
it's
camera comes
different.
out.
It is.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so much respect to those people that are out there doing it, right? That
Yes.
are out there, you know, whether that's, you know, being on social media, on television, what have you. Shout out to them because it takes a lot. Like, this is not just something.
It's a lot of
for
time.
me,
It's a lot of time.
It is a lot of time, but it's not something that came naturally for me.
Yes.
So I think also in all of this, it has taught me to be less critical of myself. You know, like, I used to be
good.
like, I don't like the way I sound, or I don't like the way I look. I look fat, or now it's just like, okay, it is what it is. You know, let's just go with it. You know,
And I was going to say last night I was with my relative out of town, and she had said, you know, shout out to all you girls and all the businesses. And she says, you know, it's people gave you all this critique, but no one's doing it but you guys. It is harder than people think. So I really, you know, applaud you. And she had said, you know, I really, you know, Gigi probably out of everybody has so much stage presence because she's done shows.
Yes.
She can act.
It's
she can,
natural
you know,
for her
ad-lib.
'cause she's
She's
learned,
such
yeah.
a natural
A performer.
at it. And, you know, she says, you know, the other one has a beautiful voice.
Yeah.
She said, but, you know, at the end of the day, keep practicing.
Those are
keep
nice
getting better at your
compliments.
craft. And,
That's
you know, you
right.
guys keep going despite, you know, you got through the hair stuff. And, you know, because I've gotten calls. What's up with the hair? What's up with, you know, this and that. But, I mean, it's a growing pains, but I'm glad. You know,
I think we
went through it.
definitely inspired a lot of people. The first couple of episodes that came out, I had so many people come to me and say, my friends and I wanted to do that. I was supposed to do that. Me and my best friend, we tried to do that, but we never could get our schedules together. We never could get that. So I applaud you. And so I think it was very inspiring for people to see us as a group start something and finish it.
yeah, absolutely. And it is work. It's work. You
Work,
know,
work,
but
work,
yeah, that's where everyone just came together and, you know, we made it happen. So, but it is like having a part-time job.
I really appreciate the collaboration and tapping into our strengths and our different areas that we were willing to stretch ourselves. So, 20 years ago, I was in online radio before YouTube and all of that stuff and doing it by myself. And it was a lot of work. And I never would have done this now by myself.
Yeah.
So in terms of figuring out what to wear, you know, we had Simona's guidance in terms of, you know, keeping organized because this takes a lot of organization. There's a lot of moving parts that are so important. So, you know, we had your leadership on that, Tamika, you know, in terms of like our set design, in terms of, you know, getting our T-shirts done. Thank you, Queen Gigi. You know, really Carla taking the lead on, you know, our social media. So I really appreciate the collaboration because it takes a
we brought our
lot to do what we
strengths to the
did.
Thank you, ladies.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And you
thank
organizing
you.
our content.
Yes,
Thank you.
I was going to say
You
outlining
And your
our
golden
content.
voice.
Yes, yes. Getting those quotes and everything like that, and being our moderator.
Yeah.
So thank you.
Yeah.
Thank us. Thank us.
Yeah.
Cheers.
I'll drink to that.
To the weekly Zoom meets.
Oh,
and
yes.
stuff that I don't think they know. Audience knows. Like we really be putting intentional
We have meetings
thought
weekly
into this every week.
Yes.
Yeah, every week we come together and we
with intention, with
with
the
intention
outline,
and our bringing our ideas and our thoughts and collaborating on the topics that we want to discuss and all that stuff.
And I thought I could do this by myself before. I mean, you know, years ago, I'm like, oh, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. I'm like, whoa. And then me and some other friends had said we were going to do this in the past, and we didn't. And it is a lot of work. Behind the scenes. So thank you guys. And thank you for thinking about it.
Yes, and that's where that consistency comes in. We talked about that on another episode, but just being consistent. And I think that we consistently showed up, like in terms of making it happen. You know, we showed up. So
I'm tired and off planes and off trips.
Yeah.
On vacation.
Yeah.
I think you tried to call from another country.
Yes.
You know, like, yeah, so we really put in that.
Yeah.
So we have had 16 episodes, y'all.
16.
So let's talk about what have some of our favorite episodes been. Who want to start us
Wait,
off?
so the first one was the getting to know us.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
That was definitely dope. But one of mine was Colors of Attraction. I don't know why.
Pretty.
because I just love the way Simona broke the colors down to
Yes.
perfection.
Yes.
But we all looked so freaking good.
We did.
Yeah,
in
I
that-
like the
I don't
colors,
think-
all the
but
colors.
yeah, I don't think the audience really. You guys really need to go back and see this
Yes,
episode.
yes, yes.
Because it was so good. It was like, and it really made you think, like, dang, maybe I shouldn't be wearing black every day. Maybe I
Exactly.
need to put a little color on it. Really
Right.
made you think
Yes.
that. And now I'm intentional about the colors I wear. You know, so I love that episode. That's one of my favorites.
Yes.
Okay.
One of my favorites, of course, too.
That's your okay.
Right. Yes. No. I mean, of course, I love that one with the colors because, like you said, there's intention
Right.
behind it.
Yeah.
You know, you just have to. You can change your mood. You
Yes.
really can.
It
Yeah.
does.
It does.
It really
does.
does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think one of my favorite ones was the mental health one. And I think it was very informative. So thank you guys for, leading that episode. But I just also thought it was important, so that to me, like, because it resonated so much with me. And I think that's something that people like you guys all need to hear about.
Yeah.
So I think that one was probably my favorite.
It made people
Right.
vulnerable. I think it really
It made
Yeah.
me
you guys
vulnerable. I
everybody
broke down.
vulnerable. Now
Yeah.
I was appreciative of you
I
guys
couldn't
being
even
so
watch
open.
it.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
getting triggered.
Yeah.
That is my
Again,
second
because
favorite
I
one.
was like,
Yeah.
I can't believe like it just exploded.
Yeah. It was
Like
it was very
literally
important.
was so unplanned. I did not know it was speaking about our mental health
Yeah.
would trigger me so hard because I literally
don't
went
think
through
that-
it.
Yeah.
And I
That's
just
real.
broke down and then even after all of that, I just felt so much better.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
It was a
It was a
release.
release.
It was a
Yeah.
big release for
Yeah.
me, and for me to do that on camera, I was like, "Oh shit, what am I
Yeah.
gonna?"
But was it something that kind of also helped you in your journey for what I need to change? Because
Which
it
is-
seems
which
like
is
right
part
after
of my
that,
initiative too with
Exactly.
my new nonprofit.
Yes.
So I
Yes.
really
Yep.
think that mental health is so vital
yes,
to success as an entrepreneur and most importantly as an individual. You know,
right.
because without that, it's hard for everything else to follow.
That's right. That's right.
Because burnout is real, y'all.
Yes, it is.
Yes, it
So another episode
Okay.
that I had
Oh, you got
just
another
so
one.
much
Okay.
fun.
She
filming.
gonna say.
it's
I you gonna
which
say the
one?
same one I have.
think I know
bet
which
it's gonna be the same one.
Wait, love language.
I
The
knew it.
first love language.
That was
And
one of my favorites.
Yes, I think that one to
I knew
me.
it. Yeah.
I feel like we all were so comfortable and we were being ourselves, our authentic selves, and it showed in the camera from what you guys saw. Like it to me, and it was funny. To me, it was really, really funny.
And I hate that Carmen missed that one.
Yeah,
Oh,
Dr. Carmen
but
wasn't on that one, yeah.
ditto. I'm sorry to cut you off,
no.
but it was the most fun one for me. It was.
Yeah.
It just released everything
Yes.
to me, and it was just us kikiing and laughing, and the jokes behind the laughing that y'all didn't hear, and it was just so fun for me. So it definitely was on my list of my top two.
And folks told me too. The feedback was saying, "Oh, mental health one." I mean, excuse me, that was one of my second favorite mental health one, which just surprised me. But the love language one, and I was like, "Oh, I really love that one. I actually enjoyed that one."
Yeah.
But they did say the love language. They were so entertained.
Yes.
So, I mean, that one.
That was
okay,
fun.
Okay, you guys are really
The energy was
meshing
good.
and
Yeah.
So
You
yeah, it
just
was
let
fun.
loose on that one.
Yeah, that was fun.
So that was one of my favorite. And then my other favorite, honestly, was the first business one where we were sitting behind the table. We had classic black and white on. For me personally,
I remember that one.
for me personally, it was the image of my vision for this podcast. And I really wanted us as entrepreneurs to share our insights, our experiences, and really just pour into those that are hesitant about starting their own businesses, scared, or just want to know how to start. And I felt like we gave so many positive nuggets, each one of us, and really gave value to that episode. So for me personally, that was my number one, just because it was my vision coming through. And that second one was that love language first, because it was just almost opposite. It was the fun one for me.
it was fun.
That
I
business
feel
one
that's fun.
aesthetically was so pretty to me.
Yes.
And I don't normally wear black and white
Just
together. I'm
black
not
and
a
white
black
is
It
classy.
was so classy. I know people like it, so I said, let's choose that.
Yeah.
But the colors, the aesthetic, the whole
whole thing.
It was pretty to me. And I was like, this looks like it should be on.
And I think it was the only
Syndicated
episode
television.
we did in that area.
And that, yes.
Yeah.
that was.
I
But it
really
looked like
liked
it
it.
should be on TV. Like, I mean,
Yeah.
I was just really like, I
Yes.
like the way it
was
looked.
good. It was
Yeah.
good.
And it's so funny because Percy, our magnificent cameraman, he was like, that one was hard.
Yeah.
Because you had this in a way and that was, I said, see, sometimes when things are hard, you get a beautiful outcome.
It was pretty.
That's what
I just
happened.
wanted to circle back for a second to Colors of Attraction.
Okay.
Because the dress that I had on, the green dress,
That
I
was
love
gorgeous.
That dress
Simona
on you.
chose it for me. She found it for me. She chose it for me. And I felt like such a goddess in that dress.
Looks beautiful.
And so I just wanted to give a shout out to
Thank
you,
you.
Simona. Thank you
Thank
so much for, choosing something that would look fabulous on me. So
stretchy.
So
Stretchy.
good.
You got us in that.
That was my
Yes.
That's my favorite dress on you. Oh,
Yeah.
I loved
Beautiful.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and then like
And you got to wear it at the ball. When we went out to a ball, it was beautiful.
thank
okay.
you.
You got
Thank
to wear it
you.
out.
Yeah, I
did.
did.
I was on Facebook. I go, oh, because
Yeah.
she had said, I don't have anywhere to wear it to. I'm like, all the summer events coming up. Oh, she wore it. So that makes me happy when
Yeah.
I see things in action.
Yeah. And then also circling back to the mental health piece, one, I'm glad that, we saw it as important to address. Two, I think also, society does so much to try to train us to cut off our emotion, to try to train us to not be fully human. And it is human to experience the range of emotions. And so I think it was wonderful that we were able to show a full range of emotions,
Yes.
on that show. And it's important to get back to our humanness.
Yes.
It's important to get back to our, to being mindful or to get to it in the first place, if you were never there. So I think, we're definitely, trailblazers in terms of, having that type of conversation. One of the other episodes I liked was Period Positivity.
Of course.
Yeah, that's why
and
I
that was a
love that,
pretty
yeah.
one as well.
Well,
Yeah.
in terms of the set,
It was gorgeous.
it was amazing with the colors.
Yes.
It was amazing. Like we were in the bed having a conversation.
Yes.
So thank y'all for our set designers
Right.
who pulled that together. But that's another one where it's such an important topic
Absolutely.
to discuss. What y'all think about that one?
I mean, that
Definitely.
was
yes.
that,
Yes.
But
I
let's
don't-
be
it's
honest,
not
that
talked
was
about enough.
our 2 times we recorded that, right? So we tell about the real, right? But
we did. We
that was our
did
second
have
time. Talk about
we
hair
had to
issues.
re-record that one.
hair
Yeah.
issues. Yeah, but we re-recorded it, but also sound issues. But this last one
came
was
out
so
so
good.
much better.
It came out so much
It was-
better.
we were supposed
and
to
Yeah.
because
do
we were
it, yeah.
supposed to. So
Yeah,
the set,
that
the
is true.
topic, everything. I definitely think it was something. It turned out great.
Yeah.
It turned out great. Lots of information on that
I
episode.
learned from that one. I learned from the mental health. And of course, I like how the pajamas look aesthetically. It was
Yes.
so pretty and
Yeah.
silky and just relaxing. It was
We
a
all
different-
had silk pajamas.
Yes,
yeah.
we all look
Or
beautiful.
robes. Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
That was good. That was
I liked Friend Zone too, for Just Friends or Just
Yes.
Friends. When we had a
yes.
guest, right? We had a guest, right?
No,
Is
that was Love Language 2 with
Love
the
Language
guests.
2.
Oh,
had a
Love
guest.
Language 2. So Love Language 2, I really, really like that because we had our first guest,
I
right,
know.
with Jeremy,
and he was
right?
fantastic.
Yes,
Shout out to
yes.
Jeremy.
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes. It was
And
nice to
Napa.
have the male perspective on love and how we see love, how we accept love,
Yes.
and what we feel love is for us.
Yes.
And he was so vulnerable and he was so open and
Yes.
he's natural too because he has his own podcast. So it was a great fit for us,
Yes.
for sure.
Yeah, the energy was dope.
That was a
Yeah.
fun one.
Yeah.
Fun. That was a fun recording.
And it was
back.
personal because Jeremy's an old friend of mine. Yeah. And we have a
Yeah.
little history. And I was like, okay, I was just, I have been supporting his Meet Me in Napa
Right.
podcast. And yeah, I'm just proud of him. But it was just exciting. It was fun. And another energy brought into our group. Shake things up. Let's see. Y'all
Yeah.
check it out. Coming
Yeah.
out Monday.
Yeah.
One of these Mondays.
Yeah. And he pushed us. He pushed us because I remember at one point someone had shared something and he's like, well, what's that about? What's that? No, you
Yeah.
got to share that. What is that about? And it's something that we probably wouldn't have shared.
he
But
opened it up.
he
Yeah.
opened up. He's like, oh no,
Right.
we're not getting past this. Y'all go share.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
Any other episodes that we liked that stood out for whatever
Well,
reason?
the health and fitness that Gigi
Oh,
did.
yes. We had smoothies.
Smoothies.
Yes. And
That
it
was-
tastes so
that was
good.
fun.
Oh, yeah, that was fun.
That was
Yeah.
fun. That was a fun. And we did some exercises.
Yeah, we did.
Yes,
Yeah.
that
I
was very
cheated,
fun.
though.
Simona pointed out,
That was
squeeze your
funny.
glutes in the lines at Target.
Okay.
Anytime. That was funny.
You know, that was important too, because
Yeah.
we were talking about, at least
Natural
in the U.S., you know, how difficult it is or it can be to eat healthy
Yeah.
Yes.
because the stuff that's not so healthy is so easily accessible. We was
And
talking
less
about the chicken
expensive.
McNuggets, Carla, the chicken
Oh,
McNuggets.
that was so funny.
Oh, she's a
That
hot
got me in a chokehold.
You were going to
Yeah.
say something?
That was so funny.
No, and it kind of went over like the importance of the natural medication,
Yes.
right? Which is food, and how important food is, and how in a smoothie you can literally get all your vitamins and nutrients in one sitting.
So true.
So that smoothie is so important.
Yeah.
But here's the thing: I also liked, because I guess I'm a little biased. I love talking about real estate. So honestly, I really love talking about real estate and the values of home ownership and how you can.
was a
People
good one,
just
too.
don't know so much that you can do with owning a home, pouring into other, you know, being your own bank and all of that sort. So
I liked the topic for sure, but during that filming, I think I was not in a space. So to me, that was not one of my favorite ones. Just due to
but you
personal
pushed
stuff.
through it.
You
I
did.
And
You
the
pushed through
education
it.
was there, and
Yeah.
and we all chipped in. I mean, it was
Yeah, the
wonderful.
information was still valid.
And I think
Very.
that's where we just come together as a group, and you know, like I'm like this, like, and then you know the rest kind of picked up. So yeah, wasn't my favorite.
But you
Love the
also
topic.
you stepped up and you moderated a few episodes too.
Yes,
Remember?
yes.
One of them was
Thank you.
self-care.
So I was
Oh.
gonna say that
Yeah.
was actually one of my. I
love
like that
one.
episode.
Yes,
I
that was
did.
good,
I
too.
love that.
And I like how
episode.
soft we looked.
Yeah, I
too.
was
It
gonna say
just-
that
We had our
aesthetically it looked
pastels.
good.
Yeah.
Oh, it was
Yeah.
the pastels.
We had
Yes.
the pastels
Yes.
on.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That was
That
good.
was super cute.
And that actually helped people too, because just getting out and just doing walk, just some form of physical activity, I know it was helpful for me, but that's a part of self-care, and that's something that we can do daily, just go on a 5-minute walk, you know, outside. So yeah, that was one of.
And I've been
That was
getting
up
my
there.
massages that I'm,
Honey, I have one on Monday.
rub me down.
Yeah.
I think that we were able to highlight episodes that speak to each one of us, as well as episodes that were important in general for the
Yeah.
community to hear. And so I just appreciate our flexibility and having so many different topics and how they all do relate to being an entrepreneur.
Definitely. So what have we learned from this experience? And this is kind of a two-parter, take whatever part you want. So in general, like, what have we learned? And then specifically, what have we learned about ourselves from this process?
I've learned how important social media is and all the different platforms. That was not a comfort zone for me. I was not a poster on a consistent basis, maybe once every blue moon. But it stretched me to learn the importance of getting out there and always being a presence out there. And it helps with marketing. It's an easy way to market. So now I'm stretching myself and my goal is I got to get something out there every other day and make sure there's always something in the stories, because I didn't even understand what stories were. And so it was an education for me and to learn that. And then also it's, again, helped me to not have so much fear with public speaking, because I'm doing it more now in my business. And I have one coming up now, and they're like, you could be the keynote speaker. I said, huh? What? Me? What? So it has helped me to stretch and to get past the fears that we talk about and just push forward. Somebody else did it, we can do it.
That's right.
And then I was also realized the imposter syndrome, that I was not always expanding or telling people what I do, or, picking and choosing with groups. And this has helped me to, let me tell more people about it. Tune into our channel, check out the ladies, check out what we all do. Just put myself in those rooms instead of, sometimes I can be quiet, surprisingly, right? But, not
Simona.
saying,
Right.
not saying anything. So, and also it showed me too things that I need to learn. Like I need to practice more in front of the camera. Let me stop, blinking, looking around, my mind's to the next thing. Look into the camera, or as a podcast, we look at each other, because that's how you normally talk to folks. So
Right.
I was, now I'm cognizant, like, do I do all that? So, but yes, it's on film, so it's a big learning experience. And I learned from all you ladies as well.
Yeah. I think for me too, just the social media aspect of it, I feel like I do have a presence through social media, but I have someone that helps me with that, right? So I kind of had some basic information or knowledge about how it works, but to take on the project of being the
in charge
social
of it.
being in charge, like that was a lot. And I know that I have a love-hate relationship with social media, just period.
Yeah.
I'm on, I'm off. I just, but I think this has taught me, I learned more about social media and, of course, about the power of putting yourself out there, marketing and so forth. Another thing is like how to work collectively in a group and recognize the strengths of one person might be my weakness and how that can come together and build something nice.
Absolutely.
I think as entrepreneurs, I would say for myself, like I'm the lead person. Like I have not employees. Let me not say that.
Let's get it right.
Contractors, or people or what have you that, help me. And so I'm the one that's delegating or saying what to do. So then to be in that opposite role, okay, I have to do this for the group, so it just taught me how to work collectively in a group.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. For me, like, I feel like this whole journey allowed me and made me be more transparent and vulnerable. And I'm so private, I guess. I guess that's the word for it. Like, I'm a very private person, but the topics that we discussed throughout the weeks or the months allowed me to be, vulnerable and open.
Yes.
And just honest about who I really am, like my truth, because that's always a challenge for me to just be so open like that, because again, I'm a very private person. But to talk about like relationships and sex and business and finances, like that kind of stuff, I like to, you want things that are just for you,
Personal,
right? And personal. But I wouldn't have done it any other way if it wasn't for y'all. So that was one of my learning experiences.
It's been a great project. It's been a great project.
Yeah.
Thank you, Tamika.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Welcome.
I mean, this was your idea. You chose us, like you said previously, and I'm delighted. Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
You challenged me.
Thank you for sharing the vision, I should say. And we went through all those stages, like you're saying, with the DPEC. We went through each one of those stages.
We did.
And everybody, had to sometimes step back, had to give in a little bit, but we all made it work.
Yeah.
And this is very successful in my eyes. Very
100%.
successful. Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we all should be proud of ourselves.
Yes.
As the season
Indeed.
is
I drink
closing-
to that.
Look, as the season is closing, I'm getting sad now.
Yeah, cheers, y'all. Cheers. And
Cheers.
shout out to you, Percy.
Yes,
Percy, what
he
was
has
your
worked
favorite
with us.
episode?
Oh, yeah.
Percy, what's your favorite episode? Yeah. No, just choose one.
R2.
Color science.
Oh,
You mean colors of attraction?
Color theory.
color.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. See, that?
Yes, yes.
Okay, Simona got
Yes.
one.
Okay.
Yep.
Very positive. He likes the colorful ones.
Yeah.
Yes.
So Percy liked those. Yeah.
Yes.
So we have been talking about our reflections of this project process, progress. We've been talking about our favorite episodes. And so we want to encourage our audience to share, what they think their favorite episodes are. So our
let us
challenge
know.
for this time
Challenge.
is to share and reflect. So what was your favorite episodes? And you don't have to pick one. You could pick a couple.
Pick a couple.
If you like. And then we also, because, a part of this, the reason for this was to encourage folks to start their own businesses. We've shared our ups and downs. We've offered tips as well. And so we want to know, have you started your business? If yes, fantastic. If not, what's holding you back?
Right.
And what needs to, what's your plan to make it happen?
Yes.
And so definitely we want you to share your comments about your reflection as well. And thank y'all for helping
Share
us.
with a friend. Share the episode.
And thank y'all for helping us rock this season, because we definitely did rock it.
I'll drink to that.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Oh.
Thank you, everybody out there, for all your support, for
Yes.
following us on social media, for subscribing to our channel, for
Like.
just
Yes.
spreading the word and reposting our videos. Like, we see you guys, for real.
And appreciate
and
you.
we're very
And the
appreciative.
messages I received. I got
Yeah.
a lot of messages
And- yeah,
and
and all the
inboxes
individual
and
messages,
fighting
yeah.
for sharing with your
Yes.
friends and coworkers and other people and spreading the word.
Yes.
Don't let fear stop you. So just live fearless and live on purpose and just move forward. Dream big and just keep it moving.
And don't be afraid to be, it doesn't have to be perfect.
Right.
Just keep showing up, because as you continue to do something, you'll get better.
It will.
The more you do it. So
absolutely.
don't be so critical on yourselves.
Yeah. Also remember, now is the time you have. Like, don't wait for a coulda, woulda, shoulda. I'll start now and then work along the ways, like resources and people. You will attract people as you start moving in your purpose. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I did. Once again, I think I said it in another episode, was that I didn't take out a loan. I didn't have an investor. I bet on myself. I put all my money into me, and I flipped it and I flipped it and I flipped it. And then here you are. So bet on yourself.
That's right.
Absolutely.
No regrets.
No regrets.
I say ashe to that.
All right.
Hello.
Bye.
Bye.